Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Crystal clear now.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
what?
sir.
You know what? Hey, Big Dog, I think I didn't have my Wi-Fi on, man. That's on me. Shout out to all the people. Shout out to this brother. It was not his fault. He in Texas. Hey, I guess I'm on status somewhere, but I'm back.
Yeah. They thought this boy, this DJ in the country, his Wi-Fi all messed up. It's like, no, we good on the Wi-Fi.
Like, nah, it's the tri-state area city boys that ain't got it right.
Oh, man,
shout out to
good.
Texas, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can't wait to come down here and pop it and flip it with y'all. Well, I already got some love coming from Texas as well.
Yeah, I was saying, we got to fly you down here, man. I'll be in Houston next month, but we got to get you down here to Texas, man. It's a lot of shows going on because, Texas, come on, man. When everything went down with, we're not going to say on the podcast, the C-19, whatever, we were still wide open. You know what I mean? Nothing really slowed down. The business kept going around here. So, yeah, man, we got a lot of opportunity down here, especially Dallas and Austin, growing vastly, bro.
Definitely, please tell all of the promoters in your area, if everybody's listening, all the promoters in Texas, all throughout the state. I know there's a couple that I'm already collaborating with. My manager is working with right now, but I need the promoters to understand the situation. Book Omar Wilson, and let's make it happen, man. Go on my Instagram and check in my bio. You'll see my manager's information. Email him, and we're actually booking a couple shows in that area. So if I could,
I'll be there.
Have a couple more stops while I'm down there. That would be dope. I heard that the area is booming. Soul music and R&B is at the forefront, and like where we were at, man. You know what I mean? It hasn't left nowhere. And where I stopped you at was you were saying in your household, Barry White and music like that, and that's every household. You know what I mean? Because that's what I mean. Think about it. It was soul music. It was Motown. It was that music that brought the racial divide. That eradicated that. It was music that did that. You know what I mean? So
facts.
I mean, not to get too crazy deep about it, but R&B is truly needed right now, and the response from Secret Garden and just the response I'm getting from people such as yourself is just a testament that not only is it back, I'm here to make sure that it stays here, it stays sexy, it stays edgy, we have fun, and you always want to be a part of it, and that's where it's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm glad to be a part of the culture too. Because I'm gonna tell you, everything you said was exactly right. R&B sets the mood too for anything. What did I tell y'all DJs, man? R&B, y'all gotta start incorporating that into y'all sets. When it comes to a certain time of the night, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. We're not gonna call certain artists, but y'all know we're not trying to turn up all the time. We're trying to feel good. So when you play the R&B, bro, it don't matter what age. Like you said, it's in every household. I've been at clubs where it's mostly like 20 to 25-year-olds, clubs where it's 40 plus. I could drop on Genuine anywhere, not even just Pony, but In Them Jeans or even some classic Cisco, some Marvin Gaye. Everybody just gets in a mood, bro. And it's like
well, like you said, even when you said turn up is the mood. Turn up has a lot of different applications to it. It's like you said, you set the mood, you make it happen. Especially when you're the DJ, you're the sole controller.
Oh yeah.
You dictate what the people want, what you want the people to do.
Oh yeah. I love it too, man. I love it. And the R&B section of my set is my favorite, man. When it comes to 1:30, oh, you already know what's happening when DJ came to shake it test. And then I love it.
It's time to spit that real game.
That's what I say, man. Hey, it's about that time to get that number. If you ain't got the number by then, it's your fault, man. Don't blame the DJ. So that's what I tell everybody.
You did your part. Word up.
So tell us about your EP coming out, man. Like, this is really cool, man. That single you got, Secret Gardens, man. If we all know that's a Quincy Jones, he has a rendition. You brought in some new cats on there with you that we were, of course, familiar with. So tell us about the EP as a whole, man. I'd like to know what else you got on it, man, because that Secret Gardens, man, that already sold me. What else you got coming on the EP, man?
Appreciate that. Well, we just released a second single, which is Bobby Womack, a rendition of Bobby Womack's "If You Think You're Lonely Now," because Omar Wilson Sings the Classics is the name of the album.
Right.
And I wanted to pay a rendition to some of the greatest voices to ever hit R&B and soul music. Once we established the love and the understanding of how powerful R&B is, and two, to present it to a new generation and community and individual that might not be privy to that vibe, that feeling. Like, I performed at everywhere from colleges to events where you had kids, you had 80-year-old women. It's not a demographical music because it's the feeling, it's the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that feeling transcends time, space, age, and no matter what's out there. So I really feel like now is the time to put R&B on the forefront. So with this classic album, it just pays homage, like I said, to some of the greatest voices out there, and it has never been done before.
Yeah.
Like, I have, you know, the second single is Bobby Womack's If You Think You're Lonely. We got records from Donny Hathaway on there. I got records from, David Ruffin, records from Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, and just paying homage in my own way, keeping their records, keeping the integrity of the record, and just taking it to another plateau. And it's going to be not only a groundbreaking achievement, but education and a reinvigoration of R&B that's needed.
I love it, and I thank you again for doing that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's needed to keep the art alive. So speaking about keeping the art alive, to do that, you've collaborated with some of the biggest legends in the game. So, you know, me as a studio rat, I love being in the studio all the time. What's it like being in the studio with a Cisco, you know, or somebody at that caliber? What's that experience like?
Well, you know what they say? They say to become great, you must learn from greatness. So
Facts.
for me, it's always a teachable moment. You know what I mean? It's always a confirmation of my own greatness, of the belief that I've always had in myself, and seeing it through someone else, watching someone else's greatness and saying that feels familiar to me, but also being able to learn and absorb someone's OJT, their on-the-job training, their history from going through it, and you being able to get the cliff notes from everything that they went through. So it's always a great experience. It's an honor, and it's like I said, a teachable moment to be with someone that has survived this game and still is on top of their game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. It just kind of rubs off on you. You know, I think one saying is, and we probably heard this a lot, is like, if you're around 9 millionaires, you hang around them long enough, you're going to be the 10th one eventually. You know what I mean? And I see that happening. When I saw that music video, something about, like, I'm really good at picking up on visualization, like just seeing visuals and reading body language. When I saw that music video, I saw 4 megastars. You know what I mean? All 4 of y'all. It's like you blended in so seamless. And I was like, yeah, this guy, he's got it. He's got it. You stood in there, you did your thing, man. And I'm like, this is beautiful. So yeah, I definitely got the record, and I'm definitely gonna get more of those records too, because I feel like that is just beautiful music. And congrats on 3 million views, man. That's what's up. Man, keep that going, man.
Hey, man, for a genre they said was dead and wasn't here no more. I think that's very well. And also, those are all unique views. That's nothing paid for. Those are no bots. All the comments. My thank you to everybody that has commented on the record, that keeps making videos on it, that keeps making ladies. You're making them beautiful videos. It makes my heart.
Oh, yes.
Good. Keep posting them on the gram. Keep posting them on Facebook, on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever platform you use. You know, it's definitely just been a great confirmation to even to this day. I mean, as we speak, the comments are just clicking, and people are still now finding this record out for the first time and loving it, man. And it's an honor, once again, like I said, to reinvigorate a genre that they said was in a space where, like, man, anybody get no money over there, ain't really nothing happening. And say, you know what, I'm gonna go off into this area because I see where the light is. And sometimes you got to be a maverick, you know what I mean, to be able to see the forest for the trees. I mean, you know, shout out to what the big homie 50 Cent. Look what he doing. You know, when he first started out as Stars, it was like, damn, you over there with your joint. That's like a graveyard. Ain't nobody. Now he's making more money not only for him, but the company flipping and bouncing and took what people thought was something that was just over there in the corner and couldn't make any money, and now turned into a lucrative situation. So
he turned that graveyard into a forest.
Period. Point blank. Well, it always was a forest. It just needed the right person to plant the seeds.
Bro, dropping bombs. If you guys are tuning in right now, man, it's the 1's, 2's podcast. I got Omar Wilson in the building, man. I'm going to put all this information in the description below. Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening to right now. We got the superstar in the building, Omar Wilson, the one and only. You know what I mean? And this is something I like to talk about right here. We talked about studio and about R&B and stuff like that. There's a lot of new artists coming into the game. Every single day, there's a new artist coming into the game that wants to sing, that wants to get into the music industry. What would you say to a new up-and-coming artist who wants to take R&B seriously, like somebody that looks at you and they're like, man, I want to be like an Omar Wilson? What would be something you would say to a younger cat coming into the game?
Just self-love, self-belief. You know what I mean? Learn who you are. Look yourself in the mirror, sing to yourself. Find out what makes you great, because I believe everybody has the ability to achieve and be great. It's just being able to have the audacity to continue to refine yourself every day and look for the things and the qualities that will make you or take you to the highest heights of who you are. So really self-love, man. Self-love is the first thing. 2, do not be frustrated by adversity, by things that don't go right. I mean, it's not easy to. We're all human. I get it. I'm still to this day is dealing with certain situations. But those situations of adversity are the things that make you great. And if it was not for any type of struggle, I mean, you wouldn't even know who you are. So it's better to go through it now than to get a whole bunch of money and not know how to deal with the stress of what comes along with it, and then have to deal with it on the fly or while things are happening and make a lot more mistakes.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that tenfold. It's a lot of artists I know that are going through that adversity. And, the thing is, like, I get it. We all go through some adversity. It builds character. You know what I mean? It takes pressure to make a diamond, right?
Right.
So it's like, instead of just talking about the adversity so much, it's like, what are y'all doing in the studio? What about the writing? Like Omar just said, are you practicing on your singing? You talking about the pressure so much, like, let's talk about the music that's going to get you up out of this one day. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with it, man. Just keep going with it. So as far as that, man, my next question is this. So we all have crazy nights. You do a lot of shows. Chaka Khan, speaking about that, before I get into that, tell us what it was like meeting Chaka Khan. That's my mom's favorite artist, by the way.
Man, that's one of
I told my mom about this. I was like,
don't forget about me, man. Include me, man.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell mom about Omar Wilson. But I was telling my mom, I was like, I got an interview today with this awesome R&B artist that he did this and that, and I brought up Chaka Khan. She's like Chaka Khan. She's like, oh, I gotta check this out. I was like,
forget about all that. Forget about all that other stuff. You should have started out with that. Maybe then I'll listen.
Oh yeah, shouts to moms, man.
I mean, 1, dream come true. 2, confirmation of so many years of hard work. Just to be able to not only be on the same stage as someone like that, but then have someone of that caliber receive you. When she meets opening acts and people that come on stage before her everywhere she go, every night, forever. And she was so unique, informative, made me feel comfortable. It was just like kicking it with one of my homegirls. But no, you're also in front of royalty. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because when people say, when you meet Rihanna or when you meet Beyonce, and those will still be, epic moments in time for Omar Wilson. But to meet the individual that they look up to, you know what I mean, that I know has as many years in the game as I maybe am alive, is like I said, there's nothing like getting wisdom from the wise. And just looking into her eyes, you can see history, knowledge, power, talent, and just what happens when you use the peak of the ultimate gift that God gave you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's still an honor. Still, even hearing you say it's like, yo, that really happened, man. And it happened like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it wasn't designed to happen like that. It wasn't like, okay, this is what's gonna happen throughout your day. Nah, that was on the cusp, on the fly. Destined to happen like that.
That's a blessing. Yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean?
That's a crowning achievement. That's like winning a Grammy to me, man. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, that's what's up. Like, tell us about some more of your awards, man, because I know we talking about some of the superstars you met, but you also are a superstar yourself, man. You've been grinding for so long. So tell us some more about the accolades and the awards you've won. We already know you got an EP coming out. That's huge. Awesome renditions of some of the top R&B songs that have been heard around the world. But tell us some more about some of the awards and the things you've done, because this is the pedestal for Mr. Omar Wilson tonight.
Right.
So let's get to know more about you.
No doubt. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, first and foremost, I have a current album out right now called Living Legend. So definitely go out and grab that. That has a couple of other singles that I call like The One and The Groove, and a couple records that I have out currently, singles that are doing very well. Also, like you said, the new album, Omar Wilson Sings the Classics, will be out probably end of the fall. The second single is Bobby Womack's If You Think You're Lonely Now. That's the singles out all streaming platforms. Please grab that, download that, purchase that, and share it with your people. The video, we'll be shooting the video for If You Think You're Lonely Now real soon. There's just been, so much going on with this foolishness that we've been just trying to get everything situated. You know what I mean? As far as accolades, I'm a 3-time Apollo winner. Which is an honor for me. Shout out to all the showcases and the venues in New York City, from the Bronx to New Jersey and everywhere in between, that made Omar Wilson who he is. Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Long Island, all that. I also was nominated for an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Artist. That was definitely a groundbreaking achievement for me as well.
That's what's up. I used to be a part of the NAACP when I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I definitely rock with that. Wichita Falls District and the Dallas District. Shouts out Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
Had to shout them out.
We'll see you soon. Dallas, Texas. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man. I've been blessed to be on records with God bless the big homie DMX. We have a song called Faith we'll probably be releasing soon. Shout out to him, his family, Rough Riders, all that. I recorded with Angie Stone. That was a phenomenal record. That's on my current album, Living Legend. That song's called Get to Know You Better. Also, I was blessed to record with Al Green's original band, the High Records band.
Wow.
Where I recorded my rendition of James Brown's A Man's World. So it's just been, a long lineage of creating these accolades and stockpiling who I am. So now that the world is starting to get to know Omar Wilson, the Black Sinatra, they see the lineage, the hard work, and know that there is just tons of history behind me to prove who I say I am and where I'm going.
Now, I love the name The Black Sinatra. Now, tell me right now, was that bestowed upon you? Was that a name that you came up by yourself, or?
Well, I think initially, me and one of my homeboys, always we argue back and forth about this, because something like, man, you. And I think we was in the studio and we was talking about the difference between Sammy the Bull and Frank Sinatra. You know what I mean? And I mean Sammy the Bull before he snitched, not the dude after. Whatever, you know what I mean? But, it was like, yo, you got to be more like a Frank Sinatra than a Sammy the Bull type vibe. So, Frank Sinatra, Black Sinatra. So, Black Sinatra was the name given to Sam Cooke at the time when he was out, because he had the equivalent of Sinatra's status, but of course they wasn't going to give a black man the same recognition, but bestowing that upon him was still amazing. And also, of course, it's Frank Sinatra, one of the most phenomenal voices to ever touch music, period. That did his way, and I'm doing it my way.
Yeah.
So initially, again, when I thought of the name and coined it for myself, I got a lot of backlash. You know, from people that I knew, people that didn't know. You're gonna call yourself my album's called Living Legend.
Yeah.
How dare you call yourself a living legend? You know, living legends are like, you know, Aretha Franklin and people like that.
It's always them haters, legends, bro. You know like,
like Muhammad Ali, before he was the greatest, he called himself the greatest.
Spoke it into existence too.
Speaking into existence, and it shall be.
You know what I mean?
So I feel like you set the precedent for who you are in this world. You put it out there. You allow people to digest it, give their rebuttal if they want, and then if you need to, you defend it.
Yeah.
So now more and more people are not feeling offended when I say Black Sinatra. Like I'm trying to be arrogant or be like, yeah, what you think? Nah, that's just I believe I'm royalty in this R&B soul music community. Always have been. I've been in the shadows for a long time. I think I've been kind of hidden for a while for whatever reason. But God says now is my time.
Yeah.
And now that it's my time, I have to come out like the lion that I am.
I definitely feel that. You know what I mean? It's like, like you said, you speak it into existence, man. And I feel like you could definitely easily rebuttal.
Right.
Because, I mean, come on, man. Listen to this guy's records. Just the way you talk, I feel like if somebody says, oh, you not, and they hear you sing, they probably say, like, oh, okay.
And I've had that. I've had that. And I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, cool. Now, can I get my piece? And
yeah.
by the end of the discussion, it was like, damn, I can't even, because like you said, it's not even about slick talk or trying to be tough.
Yeah.
It's real. It's always real. You can feel it from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And that's just like my music, just like who I am and what I do is all authentic. You know what I mean? So I choose a name that was all as authentic as I am and then prove it. And now it's fitting me handsomely.
Yeah, and I love it too because I see you growing, man. You're doing so many shows, so many appearances with different celebrities and all that. And like I said, you're meshing in. You said you're in the shadows, man. It's like now the light's shining, bro. And it's like it's like you've been doing this for years. It's like if the limelight gets on you, man, it's gonna be like nothing to you, man. And I'm very proud of you, bro. Very proud of you.
Well, believe me, coming from someone that understands. It's okay. I appreciate that comment from anyone because I'm thankful for anyone that believes in me because it's the hardest thing in this world for anybody to have someone believe in them and continuously do that. But someone like you that understands the grind, that's in the music. DJing is just like singing. It's an art. You got to deal with the ups and downs, left and the right, and everything.
Let me tell you.
If people say that and don't even know me, that is my confirmation of about 20 plus years of hard work and a lot of people being like, I don't know, maybe you just need to, you know, I used to be, I worked every job on the planet. From underling to I was a school teacher, brick mason, you name it. But it was all to forward this. So to get that confirmation from you, I appreciate that. I will honor that. And I look forward to make you even more proud. And that's why, back to what you said about Secret Garden, the video, I knew that when I came out visually to the people, because they see you before they hear you. That's
facts.
That's my saying.
Glad you said that.
That's my saying. They see you before they hear you. You know what I mean? So I said, when I come out the gate, if I don't look like these other three lions, I'm gonna look like I was riding on the back of one of them. He's the guy that's got to ride. He got to ride with the big guys for a minute. Okay.
But with that video, it just meshed in, and that's why I was like, for a premiere video, for your manager to send me that as like a first video, that was a damn good, impression. And I'm telling you, man, it's like anybody seen that for the first time, they would think, oh, is he the fifth member of this ultra platinum group? He damn sure could have been, because it's like, bro, you just fit in so well. And I love that, because I've managed artists for a little bit, and I just can tell, like, they see you first. Okay, you have to have the look, the appeal, because they want to see you on stage first, and if, you know, because they're looking at you when you perform. You know what I mean? They're not watching you perform with their eyes closed. Nope. You know what I'm saying? So if you mesh in with your body language, with your swag, and then you can sing too, it's like, okay, this dude got it. This dude got it for real.
And
so,
you know what? I learned that. I learned my breeding ground for that. Shout out to New York City was New York, and performing at showcases all throughout New York City. Because okay, the Apollo, you already know what that is.
Woo.
Even when you can sing, they stone facing you like. But performing at showcases from, you know, everywhere from Brooklyn, Queens, man, the Bronx, Harlem, and you on stage and people looking at you like you crazy. Even if they like you, the ice grill is just so prominent. You have to love yourself. You have to believe you got it, because they're not gonna let you know, even if you do. So,
and if you slip up once,
so many years of that, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was like, you know what? This is my shot, and if I don't take it, it's a wrap.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just got to take it. And for everybody watching this podcast, if you're listening right now, bro, if you want your dreams, you got one life to live. Just do what you got to do to make it, keep grinding, and never stop. Because, I mean, you don't want to be that guy that's like, and I said this on my other podcast too, you don't want to be that guy that's like 65, 7 years old, retired, looking at your grandkids, doing what you could have been doing, reminiscing about, man, when I was there, Jay, I could have did that. It's like, you should have tried it, bro. You might not have gotten that breakthrough till you were like 30 or 40, but you will get the breakthrough eventually. You know what I mean? It's like Jay-Z, he didn't first breakthrough till he was like, 30 or whatever, and then Kanye.
Yeah, and everybody goes through it like, no, it's good. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Now he's like number one indefinitely, it looks like.
50,
so
52. 50 also.
Yeah, 50 Cent. And 50 Cent just literally stepping on there. Bro, 50 Cent.
Same thing with him. Nope. So you gotta,
yeah.
That's why I'm saying that's the one thing that has got me through. Because I was at a point in one time where I had a staff of 25 individuals running around, flyers up, whatever, had bread behind me. Now slept in cars, been homeless. Just me.
Yeah.
In silence. They got to keep moving.
Yeah.
And believe that days like this are going to come. So that's the other thing I'll tell the person. If you want to become great, you got to train like greatness. You want to become a samurai, they say you can only fight the way you train. So if you ain't training great, then playing with shit be regular.
Yeah. Don't it just sound like common sense? It's like if you want to box, like if you want to DJ, you know, like in Dallas, Texas, y'all talk about y'all want to learn DJing, come to the DJ school. DJ Spinderella lives in, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Spinderella. She DJed for SWV. That lady is killing it. She's right here in Dallas, Texas. I tell people, man, go check her out. The DJs at the Globe Thursday nights free. She's right there. She got a school. It's going to cost some money, but hey, you're going to be next to some of the best in the game. You're going to learn so much quicker than watching YouTube videos.
Or if you want to complain about the bread, you could just go on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is now. Just look at somebody how to DJ.
Yeah.
And work your way up to that. But,
hey, tell these cats, bro.
Like you said, no excuses.
No excuses. And speaking of the new cats in the game, man, you collaborate with a lot of old school cats who are extremely talented. But I want to know something. Are there some newer cats in the game that you kind of admire that you would see yourself collaborating with?
Man, yo, I really admired. I rocks with those Griselda cats, man. You know what I mean?
Griselda.
Yeah, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher.
Conway, okay.
Rap group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was in a rap group as well for a minute. That was just in part of my history, and I also do a lot of hooks, you know what I mean? So it would be dope to collab with them brothers, you know what I mean? I feel like they were the underdogs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Their subject matter, you know what I mean, and how they speak is about starting from nothing and making something of themselves and achieving that level that people thought wasn't obtainable. And I'm always for the underdog. I'm the underdog aficionado. I'm you know what I mean. I'm the poster boy for the underdog.
Yes, sir.
So I definitely on the rap aspect, I would definitely rock with them. As far as R&B is concerned, I mean, I would have to do some more research and look around. I've been so focused on me and making sure that I shine my star the brightest. That's where I've been. But I know there's probably a lot of dope artists that I could be out there and collaborate with and make some magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. As far as like Dallas, I'd love to see you collaborate with some Dallas artists. When you mentioned West Side Gun, some hip hop cats, for some reason, and shouts out to my boy Bobby Sessions. He's got a song on the Coming to America sequel with Meg Thee Stallion, and he's from Dallas, Texas, man. Very spoken word type rapper. When he raps, man, it's almost like he's telling a story. Like when he raps, I literally start seeing visions in front of me. Wow. It's so weird, bro. And I'm telling you, I could see you collect. I want to put you and connect with him. I'll send you his, information and whatnot. And man, that'd be dope, bro, to see you collaborate with him. And I could just see that. When you said West Side Gun, I was like, okay, Bobby Sessions would be a good one.
And then what about R&B? Wise, like, any ladies out there that you think is dope?
Okay, so I love Dallas. I love y'all. This is my city. I love y'all. But there's some R&B cats out here. I'm trying to think of some. I can't think of any on the top of my head. It's mostly like a lot of rappers here, like a lot of just poetic type rappers. As far as singers, man, I really can't think of any on the top of my head, man. Let's be honest with you. You know what I mean? We got some I think the hottest artist right now is Tay Money, female rapper. You know what I mean? She's killing the game. Erica Banks, killing the game. And of course, Mo 3, rest in peace. Right now, he's at the top. And then, Yellow Beezy and everybody else. It's a lot of rap right now. Okay. As far as R&B, I'm not really too acclimated with that scene in Dallas yet, but I will be very soon, because most of my free time I'm either in the studio with other like rappers, DJs, or I'm DJing myself. But I have promised to take my time out and really get acclimated with the scene. I mean, because I've been living here for 7 years. It's like, why not?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maybe throw a little showcase or something out there, a little R&B thing, and then that way you can cultivate that vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See what really was popping out there.
Man, we got to bring you out to that, man. They had I think it was like an R&B showcase they had like a couple years ago where they had DJs literally playing nothing but R&B, bro. I think it was 80s all the way to early 2000s. And I was like, man, that was a vibe. They sold out too. And I'm like, man, we need more of that here, man. Because in Dallas, it's a lot of rap, hip hop, turn-up's cool. But it's not like a lot of venues where it's like real soul R&B. So, maybe that'll change in the future. But as far as what's going on in the future, man, this is a question I like to ask all my artists to come onto this page. What has been... And you mentioned the Shaka Khan, but there might be something else. I don't know. We might find out. But what has been one of the highest moments in your career that you feel like, man, I can't believe that just happened to me?
The Apollo, man. Winning the Apollo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's so much history, not only in that building, but on that stage. And everybody from Michael Jackson to James Brown to Shaka Khan has been a part of that experience, I mean? So that I'm a part of that lineage, I mean, in Harlem. That was definitely, I think, one of the heights of my career. Also, singing on Al Green's Mic Number 9 in the same studio where he sung Let's Stay Together, Love and Happiness, recording with the same band that recorded that record live. That was a groundbreaking achievement.
Man.
I mean, also opening up, singing at Justin Timberlake's induction ceremony into the Memphis Hall of Fame. I sung Suit and Tie. It was him,
I can see that.
in the front. So that was
yeah.
Also, there's definitely been some moments in time. Everything, man. DMX, man. Being one of maybe 5 or 6 R&B artists to be on a record with DMX. My record is my song.
Yeah. That's a huge blessing. Man, that's really good, man. You have a lot under your belt, and man, it's just an honor to even talk to you right now. For you to even be on my platform is totally an honor. So another thing we also ask artists is there's been high moments, of course, but getting there is no piece of cake, as we all know. It's always a climb, but you're still in the game. So tell us about maybe like a low moment that you've had in your life, and how did you overcome it to still be at the grind that you are at today?
Man, a low moment.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You.
What about shit?
Yeah.
It's been a low lineage, you know. I'm like, damn, what era can I pick from? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. We like
So
to ask
many
this question.
lows, man. Damn. I mean, what about getting off of the plane at LAX? Okay, I'm gonna go back. So, got a producer that I started out with, ended up becoming a multi-platinum producer, right? Moved to LA, kind of left me for dead. So I called him, he answered. I'm like, yo, man, now this is a brother that we was supposed to be like brothers. I'm like, yo, man, you know what I mean? You out there doing this record, doing that record. Let's work, man. He like, well, if you can make it out here, I'll record with you. So I left to LA with my last like $1,700. And got off at LAX and told them, I got off at LAX, it was dark. And now mind you, the only dude that I know out there is this dude. And I know I couldn't stay with him. He just said, make it out there. Got off LAX. I'm like, yo, take me to where the mall is. And he lived in the valley. So I said, take me to where the mall is in the valley. And I knew the brother's address. That's all. But I didn't say his address. I said the valley. So he takes me to the valley, whatever, drops me off at I forgot what the name of the mall was, right? So it's off Sepulveda and Ventura Boulevard, though.
Okay.
So he dropped Westlake Mall, something like that. So he dropped me from the mall. It's dark. I'm sitting out there with my suitcase, 2 suitcases. Now, mind you, I ain't got nowhere to stay yet. Anything. I was on that mind state. Like,
yeah.
I ain't no reservation, no Airbnb. This is way before all that.
Yeah, and you were in the dark at LAX.
Yeah, there was the cell phones. It was before that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, on the bench, like, yo, what am I doing, man? Yeah. And I know I can't just call this dude like, yo, man, I'm here. So I remember sitting there for a while, just pondering. It's getting dark. You know, I walked up Ventura Boulevard looking for spots to stay at. It was like, you know, they got like spots where you can stay at for like a month and they give you a set price. This was 2 months. That was like, damn. Because now I'm thinking about staying. There was a Whole Foods up the street. This is way before there's Whole Foods up here. So I was like, maybe I'll stop there tomorrow and get some applications. So I ended up walking way down that street, couldn't really find nothing. So I came back to where the mall was and walked down Sepulveda Boulevard. So I walked down the boulevard. The 3rd street, I walked down, I looked up, and it was dude's street name. And it was a weird name. I forget what the name of his street was. And the brother still actually lives there. So I ain't gonna say his street name or whatever.
Oh yeah, we keep that.
Yeah. Even though I should say street name. I'm the Black Sinatra now, so you know I must digress.
Yeah,
you know?
Husa.
So I looked and I'm like, dang, wait a minute. That street name was so unique. I was like, nah, there's no way that's his street. So I'm walking up his street in the dark with suitcase in both hands, rolling them. And I knew the brother at that time. This is back when the X5s like first came out, the X5 BMW truck. And I looked, I was like, yo, that's the black X5 BMW truck. And it happened to be Dude Street. So that right there, I was like, yo, God, it's a sign. Totally reinvigorated my whole vibe from being downtrodden and being like, damn, did I make the wrong decision? I'm all the way out here. I ain't even get a hotel. What am I doing? But I needed to make it happen. I had to chase the feeling in the dream. And he gave me the opportunity. I was gone. And to see that street and to know out of all the valley that this dude dropped me off at the mall that's right across the street from this dude's crib.
Wow.
So I ended up actually sleeping outside that night, sleeping on the bench, the bus bench. Woke up the next morning early, found me a spot, caught this dude, told him where I was, and recorded the first 4 songs. I'd already written a couple R&B songs, but I remember I was in a rap group prior to that.
Right.
First like 4 or 5 R&B songs with this dude that's supposed to be an accomplished. He's a platinum songwriter and producer at that time. So that's the reason, like, yo, man, show me the way.
Yeah.
He treated me like shit when I was with him. The whole time it was some more bullshit. But whatever.
I heard that's how it is in LA, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but this is like somebody, man, yo, if we ain't have no food, we get dollar menu and we share the meal. And then you turn around and do that.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's one of those type vibes. But
yeah, man.
I was out there, recorded a couple records, and that's kind of what helped begin after already going through a stint with the rap group, which was already crazy, and step out on faith, survival. You just got to step out blindly and try to figure it out, fighting for a dream.
Yeah.
So I've been fighting for a dream forever, for 20 years plus. It's like I see why Navy SEALs become Navy SEALs.
Yep.
Because you fight and you train on such a high level for so long that it's nothing.
Yeah.
When people see it, they're like, yo, how do you do that?
Yeah.
That's why everybody don't make it to the NBA. Everybody don't respect the soldiers. Everybody's good soldiers.
Yeah.
But there's only certain special ops, Green Berets, Special Forces, Black Ops.
Yeah, I definitely know. Both my parents are military, so.
Yeah, that's what I trained for, man.
Yeah.
That's what I trained for, that Purple Heart, my full shield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So making the hardest work look easy. That's what I've always done. And that's why people say, like, man, yo, man, you could sing. Man, oh, you sing with so much. You gotta understand.
Yeah.
I've had no choice but to sing like it was the last day the earth was gonna be here.
Sometimes that's what it takes. You know, and people gotta understand that. It's like you gotta perform like this is it. Like if you had nothing else to do and this is what you want to do, then do it. You know what I mean? It's like I tell DJs all the time, like they just see the money, and this is what I don't like. Is like people see me and my friends DJ, the lights, and of course that's how much you get paid. It's like, bro, you don't understand what goes on behind the scenes, the set setup, the networking, like getting everything worked up. Like the DJing part is actually the fun part, kind of. Right. I mean, you're still working your ass off and you got to focus and do the music. But behind the scenes in the business, like you said, behind the scenes you're singing, you don't know what the hell is going on. It's tough. And your phone and emails blowing up about people and managers saying that, hey, there's a guy thinking about, you know, taking your spot type shit. And it's like, bro, how you going? You got to worry about paying your rent next month because it's like 20 other dudes trying to take your spot who are not as good as you, but they getting it. So it's like you gotta always. It's a grind, bro. And it's a hard grind.
Then on top of it, now where I'm going, now it's like I'm the new nigga in school, and now brothers don't want their girl taken. Like, now that's where I'm at. Now the BA-list people are like, wait a minute, hold up. We thought he was just going to do a little secret guard and go away. Oh, no. Prepare. It's about to be R&B. You better believe.
He on the team now. Give me the rock.
You're going to prove who you are. You're going to prove who you are while I'm around.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're going to be able to tell the difference fast.
Yeah, they got to. You know what I'm saying? If everybody's been in the game for years, you got to keep practicing because you got new cats coming in. It's like that's why every day I practice. Every day I listen to new music. I listen to the young and the old music. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep myself abreast of everything that's going on because next week I could get that call saying, hey, man, your set last week kind of We're gonna try new cat.
Yeah.
That new cat come in, he relentless. Now I'm not backing. So it's like it ain't no room for no slip up. You know what I mean? You gotta.
What Jay say? I know you're waiting in the wing, but I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? I know you waiting in the wing. I'm doing my thing, man. I'm sorry. There's just it's just like it's like martial arts. It's like I humbly invite the competition. But you're not gonna win.
Yeah, you just gonna make me better. Cause I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna watch you, I'm gonna look at everything you're doing, I'm gonna look at how you work the crowd. All right, I'm gonna get my Shazam, I'm gonna learn from you. And when I come back next week, now it's over. And people see me, man, I got my phone out in the corner, my Shazam is on lock. Especially these African artists that be coming to Dallas. They be like, DJ, how you know so much African music? Bro, I be Shazamming the whole night.
That's right.
And I take home all them tracks and I practice, mix it in with some new shit, mix it in, DeVito with some David Guetta, and then be like,
man, like you said, in a healthy way, it's war.
Yeah.
And you want the least casualties on your side possible. And how do you do that? You make sure you study your enemy, your adversary.
Yeah.
And know what exactly to do to win smooth and stressless.
Yeah. And
so
we say enemies,
we train on the highest level.
Facts. We say enemies, but it's like, we could be cool, but you're not gonna shit on me.
No, you're not gonna No, we be cool. We'll be cool later. But when we in the ring, I'm ready.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not gonna shit on me.
No way.
Yeah. Mr. Omar Wilson, bro, I almost feel like you like an older brother to me right now, man, just talking to you, man. I love the vibes, man. I cannot wait to meet you in person. Give us an update on your Dallas shows. We're going to buy a few tickets and do some giveaways on my end, you know what I'm saying? So let us know when your Dallas shows are coming. We're going to cop some tickets from you and let people know, hey, pull up. Living legend coming up, man. Come check him out. Hey, Mr. Omar Wilson, the one and only, man, once again. Got to. We're going to make it a little louder for you.
Hey, man,
now claps all around. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for tuning into the 1's and 2's podcast, man. We're going to keep in touch, man. I'm going to DM you some stuff, man. We'll keep in touch.
Please do.
Yes, sir.
Everybody down in Texas, man. I'll be down there soon. Like you said, man, we family already, brother. Let's
yes, sir.
Make it happen, man. And stay moving at that high level of speed. And, that Navy SEAL mind state. Salute.
We're not slowing down anytime soon, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Man, appreciate you back, man. Bless.
All right. Take care.
1, 2.